I'm here along Dixie Highway, which runs right up through the middle of Kentucky Senate District 37. It includes a little bit of Shively, as well as the Beechmont and Iroquois neighborhoods to the east, and then it runs south through Pleasure Ridge Park, Prairie Village, and Valley Station.
I build partnerships, and we get things done together. People are tired of the partisan politics, the political games.
In his first term in the Senate, former Metro Council President David Yates rose to the Democratic leadership position of Minority Whip and worked with the GOP majority to get two of his bills passed. Unusual feats for a freshman.
I'm grateful that I've been able to pass legislation. I'm grateful that I got a say in the budget as we brought back record money to Louisville. And I'm glad that I get to work with our governor as we continue to knock down huge economic opportunities for all of Kentucky.
But Republican Calvin Leach is blasting Yates for his no vote on the controversial anti-crime bill known as the Safer Kentucky Act.
His values are not in line with the people of this Commonwealth. We need a senator that is going to promote law and order.
Yates defended his vote.
First of all, I'm one of the few people that were voted that have been a prosecutor, that have done defense. I've been in the trenches. I worked for the Commonwealth Attorney's Office. I was Assistant Attorney General of the Commonwealth of Kentucky. And there were several pieces of the Safer Kentucky Act that I had actually sponsored and worked towards. The problem is there were a lot of things that weren't good. And I analogize it to you can make a heck of a good sandwich, but when you put a little bit of manure on it, you're not going to eat it.
Leach says if elected, he'll work for lower taxes.
I think the best way that state legislators can work to combat the financial pressure of inflation is to reduce taxes. I like what's going on right now in the General Assembly with the gradual phase out of the state income tax. And I'd like to see the same happen with personal property tax. It doesn't make sense in my mind that we have to pay taxes on something that we've already purchased and paid sales tax on.
Leach also wants to help economically depressed areas.
Area beautification, a sense of security, and tax incentives to bring in business, bring in jobs. I think moves like that would really go a long way towards revitalizing some of these areas that have been forgotten about.
In Southwest Jefferson County, Mark Vanderoff, WLKY News.